President Biden's approval rating taking a dive at just over 41%, with the economy still a top issue among voters. 60% saying they disapprove of Biden's handling on inflation. So we wanted to hear from real Americans who are feeling the pain of Bidenomics in their everyday lives. Joining us now, mother of 7 and grassroots operations director Tina Aviles, Los Angeles business owner Paul Scrivano, and mother of 4 and Elite Realty Partner CEO Tenisha Williams. Welcome to you all. Tina, I want to start with you. First of all, you're a saint. You have 7 kids. You are trying to make it work in your life with higher prices. One thing that really broke my heart is I hear you had to give up Little League because of how expensive prices have gotten. Tell us what you're doing. How are you making things work?
Right. I mean, look, I've been a parent for about 30 years now, and I've been walking down the produce aisle, and at this point, peaches are a luxury. It's these Biden economic policies that are bananas and have driven our pricing to stay permanently at these inflated prices.
Wow. Paul, if we can move over to you. You've got a business in Los Angeles, and you're dealing with it from a standpoint of trying to operate a business, paying higher wages, paying higher costs for the raw materials. Talk to us a little bit about how it's impacted you.
Well, it's just a constant battle every day. And it's not one thing stays steady high all the time. It's the roller coaster ride. It's the uncertainty of not knowing what things are going to cost literally from day to day. And, you look at it from the top down. Look at these statements that Biden has been making lately, these errant, I'm going to shut down oil production. I wanted to shut it down in the Gulf and in the East Coast and in the West Coast. You can't make statements like that because that guarantees that price that for a guy like me, I know my prices are going to remain high. In California, we have what's called the Central Valley, which at one point was the breadbasket to the entire nation. But the Central Valley now, through policies from Gavin Newsom and previous Democratic governors, has no water. They have overregulation, so they can't bring crops to the people anymore. So the Central Valley is becoming a desert. And that guarantees our inflation in the future. And, there's this other thing that I would add, which is the deflation that we're currently experiencing, which is a deflation of customer base. With the rampant crime that we have going on right now, people are they going to go out? How much are they going to spend when they go out? Maybe they'll just have food brought in. And so that really is taking away as well. And every line item on the P&L, we're looking at inflation. I'm paying $17 for a front of house server per hour. And that's not sustainable.
As someone who was born and raised in the 209 Central Valley, Paul, I hear you and understand a lot of the comments of what you are saying. Tenisha, though, I do want to move on to you as well. You are an extremely accomplished businesswoman, one of the top Black-owned real estate businesswomen in Florida. Talk to me about some of the efforts as well that you're doing, particularly with back to school, given so many families are struggling and the cost of buying some of those traditional school items has now become unaffordable for so many.
Absolutely. Here at our firm, we've been having back to school drives in an effort to help all of the families that are struggling. I mean, the cost of a book bag is absolutely ridiculous, let alone school supplies. My heart goes out to the teachers that even have to buy school supplies. We're making sure that we are showing up for PTA, ensuring that teachers and students and everybody just can afford school supplies, groceries. I mean, the housing crisis right now with affordability is already pretty tight. And to be honest with you, Americans are scared. They're scared just to understand and know, will I be able to just afford the cost of living a year from now if we continue at this rate? So those of us that can, I just encourage us to help those that can't in these tough times.
Yeah, back to school are fearsome words when you talk about the costs of actually buying all those things right now. Tina, I want to come back to you. You're down in Texas. We talked about your big family. You got to cart them around a lot of places, which means you need a big car. You need it to be able to travel a long way. I think about all the new regulations coming from the Biden administration on vehicles and on energy. How worried do you get about all that?
Well, when you have to plan and look, you have to plan for a fill up at the pump, something's wrong. These economic policies that Joe has allowed Joe Biden to manhandle our family budget and determine where we go and when we go somewhere.
Yeah, that's something a lot of people are complaining about. Paul, I want to get back to you because you mentioned crime a little bit earlier. It's something that I'm following really closely in many cities across the country. Having these high crime rates, having people be scared to come to your restaurant, it makes it really difficult to do business. Some business owners that we've spoken to have said they're on the verge of closing. As a result of it, they're demanding change, but it's really difficult because in places like California, for example, your vote is outnumbered by many people who have put certain politicians in that are enacting these policies. So what do you do?
Well, we have a very serious problem in Los Angeles with our elected officials. They are, for the most part, defunders. They hate any men in uniform, so they continually harass police and fire department with audits and overtime audits. And our fire department right now, the morale is at an all-time low. Los Angeles Police Department fell below 9,000 officers. 3 years ago, on June 12th, Nithya Raman, the city council member who is now the chairman of the Housing and Homelessness Committee, Nithya Raman said on Twitter, quote, defund the police, when we had 10,000 officers. Here we are 3 years later, and we have less than 9,000 officers. Sheriff's Department is at 8,800. They should be at 10,300. LAPD, the dream is 12,000 for LAPD. They'd love to get to 10,000. They're never going to get there. Mayor Bass hates cops. Nithya Raman hates cops. The city council hates cops. The board of supervisors hates the sheriff department that they run. And they now have Measure A, which is the board of supervisors can fire the duly elected sheriff on a 4/5 vote. So all of this results in the streets now are just rampant with the most depraved amount of crime and disgust you've ever seen in Los Angeles. It's not sustainable, and our emergency services cannot handle the big one.
I hear
whether it's
you.
a riot.
Paul,
Yeah.
we wish you all the best as you are struggling with this.
Thank you.
Tenisha, Tina, thank you for sharing your stories with us because this is how people feel, and this is what will resonate at the polling booths.